Hi, my name is Pastor Hal York, and welcome to Truth in the Trenches. Today we're going to be in Proverbs chapter 19, verse 8. He who gets wisdom loves his own soul. He who keeps understanding will find good. This verse is talking with those who get sense and heed understanding. Well, why do they do it? It tells us because they're people who love their lives. They love their life. They want what's best for themselves. And they perceive that wisdom and understanding are what's best. But not everybody thinks like that. Do you like buying things for yourself? Getting things for yourself? I think most of us would say yes. We buy or purchase things we think we need, anything that we think will better our lives in some way. We will often make great sacrifices in order to save up to purchase that special thing or to go on that long-awaited vacation that we've been dreaming about. And sometimes, because we're all a bit selfish at heart, sometimes we can go a bit overboard and be a bit extravagant, maybe even a bit misguided at times. And many times we're somewhat disappointed that the thing or vacation we purchased didn't live up to the hype. And we were expecting that thing to do something for us that we forgot things can't do. It is self-love misdirected. Now, Paul says in Ephesians that we naturally love ourselves. No one ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it just as the Lord does the church, Ephesians 5:29. The Proverbs is telling us what we should get for ourselves if we truly and biblically want what is best for ourselves or for us. He who loves his life will love and get wisdom. Do you believe that? He who loves his life, truly, biblically loves his life, will love and get wisdom. Now, David Doherty from the New Brunswick Bible Institute used to say, the quality of our lives has everything to do with the quality of our relationships. And the quality of our relationships has everything to do with wisdom and understanding. We see that all the way through the book of Proverbs. The quality of our marriages has everything to do with our wisdom, how we use our tongues, how we speak to one another, how we control our temper, how we raise our children, how we act morally, how we are at work, our work ethic, how we are with our friends, how we deal with temptation, how we deal with forgiveness, how we handle people when we're offended, how we handle our finances. Our spiritual foundation, the fear of the Lord, is the beginning of wisdom. These all have to do with relationships. Learning how to make wise choices will serve us well. Yet how many people forgo it to pursue what the world says we need to find happiness, success, and life? And oftentimes, those things that the world tells us we need to do to find happiness and treasures and success in life have nothing to do with relationships. You just think about yourself. You just think about what's best for little old you, and if people get hurt in the process, that's their problem. It's very self-serving, self-centered, but that's not biblical. We are naturally love ourselves, but we love ourselves in the sense that we want what is best for us in our relationship with the Lord and in our relationship with others. And as a consequence, we are blessed. But our pursuit is to love God and love others as we love ourselves. As I said earlier, this word love implies desiring something strong enough that it becomes a priority and a passion. And we see this all the way back in the beginning of Proverbs chapter 2. Listen as I read this chapter again, not all of it, but the first part of it, and listen to the words that describe the passion, that describe the priority that we need to have in our thinking if wisdom is going to become ours, the desire and the striving to receive it and pursue it. Listen to the words he uses. My son, if you receive my words and treasure my commands within you, so that you incline your ear to wisdom and apply your heart to understanding. Yes, if you cry out for discernment, if you lift up your voice for understanding, if you seek her as silver and search for her as hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk uprightly. He guards the path of justice and preserves the way of his sins. Then you will understand righteousness and justice, equity and every good path. When wisdom enters your heart and knowledge is pleasant to your soul, discretion will preserve you. Understanding will keep you, to deliver you from the way of evil, from the man who speaks perverse things, from those who leave the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice in doing evil and delight in the perversity of the wicked, whose ways are crooked, who are devious in their paths, to deliver you from the immoral woman, from the seductress who flatters with her words, who forsakes the companion of her youth and forgets the covenant of her God. For her house leads down to death, and her path to the dead. Do you see why Solomon says, he who gets wisdom loves his own soul? He who keeps understanding will find good. To continue in understanding and not veer from the path of wisdom and righteousness, you will find good. You will find abundant life in Jesus Christ. If we spend as much time in the Word of God as we do at the gym or playing video games or pursuing hobbies, and there's nothing wrong with doing those things in moderation, but if we spend as much time in the Word of God as we do doing those things, our lives will be filled with the fruit of contentment and peace and satisfaction and joy. Paul says bodily exercise does profit a little, but godliness is profitable for all things, having promise of the life that now is and of that which is to come. Do you believe that? He's not saying don't go to the gym. He's saying don't just go to the gym and neglect your spiritual life. Neglect your relationship with Christ. Neglect seeking wisdom and pursuing the knowledge of God and the Word of God, pursuing an understanding of the Word of God that we might apply it and practice it in our lives. Do you want what's best for yourself and your life? Do you want what's best for your marriage and for your children, not only now, but as they get older and they leave your home? Do you believe the quality of your life has everything to do with the quality of your relationships? If you do, you will pursue wisdom and the fear of God. Jesus said in John 10:10, the thief comes to steal and to kill. I have come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. So remember, there's nothing more valuable you can ever pursue and chase after and run after than wisdom. If we lift up our voice, if we incline our ears and apply our hearts, God will give us wisdom. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all men liberally, and he doesn't hold back. But we have to desire it and long for it and seek for it as we would treasure. And when we do, God will make sure that we find it. He who gets wisdom loves his own soul. He who keeps understanding will find good. That's a promise from the Word of God. May this truth guide us and guard us in the trenches of life as we seek to live our lives for the glory of God and the good of others. May God bless.